Hello everyone, good evening. Welcome to this live show on Facebook Live. I'm so happy to have all of you today in this live session which I'm conducting on the World Diabetes Day. So I'm expecting some more participants to join. Let me see who all are there. Very good. So this is going to be a half an hour of a live session which we are doing today. As you all know, today is the World Diabetes Day, and I thought let me conduct a half an hour session on yoga and how yoga can help you to prevent and cure diabetes and control with yoga. So I can see more and more viewers are joining. Thank you so much everyone for joining this session. This is a live session, so let us make it interactive, guys. Put it in the chat box if you have any questions. I would like to make it more interesting. It's ultimately we are all here together in this live video. So if you're watching it live or if you're watching it as a recorded session, I would encourage you to put it in the chat box about your comments. How are you feeling? I see Binu sir has joined. Hello Binu sir, good evening to you. Thank you so much for joining. And I can see more participants are joining. So, and just type it in the chat box, guys, whoever is joining, just say hi, where are you joining it from? And that will make it more interesting. I see Jyoti Agrawal madam. Hello, thank you so much Jyoti ma'am for joining. And let me see who all are there. Just put it in the chat box, guys. Let's make it interactive. Let's make it fun. And I can see Sujata is there, Rohini madam from Varanasi. Thank you so much for joining. And let us get started. So folks, what I am planning to do in this next half an hour, okay, I think Binona madam is also joined. Good evening to you. So we are going to spend this half an hour together. Shilpi is also there. Thank you so much Shilpi for joining. So first of all, a small introduction from my side for those of you who don't know me. So my name is Ashutosh Topey. I am a corporate professional, a leader by profession, but I am a yoga teacher by passion. So this is how it started basically during pandemic, when I have been a yoga practitioner for long, but when pandemic struck, I became a yoga teacher because I wanted to spread health and happiness in this world through yoga. So that is my short introduction, and past 2 years I have been teaching yoga online. Now, as an IT professional, I've been in the field of IT for past 25 years now, and I feel so proud when people say that India is the IT capital of the world. But it really pains me when I hear that India is becoming the diabetic capital of the world. You won't believe, I think we have close to 10 crore people in India who are suffering with diabetes, and there's an even more larger population which is basically the borderline cases, maybe pre-diabetic. So this is actually becoming and taking shape much larger form. So I have some questions which I will be talking. I see Moge Saab has also joined. Thank you so much Papaji for joining, and Rohini is also there. But so and stay with me till end, guys. I have some free gift for you which I will give you at the end of the half an hour, and I promise you I will leave you by 7:30 India time. Yeah. So a couple of questions, or rather 3 questions, and please put it in the chat box. What is your response? What is the reason? What is the reason why diabetes is becoming a more and more common problem these days, and particularly in the Indian context? Anyone wants to type, just type it in the chat box. There's no right or wrong answer. It can be your experience. So let me see some answers, guys. Feel free to type it in. I see a lot more participants have also joined. And feel free to give a thumbs up, the virtual thumbs up on Facebook, so that I know whatever I'm saying is, you are able to receive it, because this is a Facebook live event. So anybody wants to answer this question? What is the reason why diabetes is becoming, more common problem these days? Anyone wants to take a go? Shilpi ma'am, Binona ma'am. Just type it, put it in the chat box. I just want to see some answers. And as I said, there's no right or wrong answer. You can give your answer based on what experience you have. Good. So I see some answers are flowing through. But first and foremost, I would say it's basically the change in lifestyle. That's the reason why diabetes is also called, lifestyle related disease. So if you talk about the lifestyle, if you compare our lifestyle with the generation of our parents and our grandparents, there is a huge difference. Today we have everything automated. We have automated washing machine at home. You have a car to take you from point A to point B, so walking has kind of reduced. Even TV, you have a remote control to switch on for a long time. And now with Alexa coming in, even ordering food has become like no need to push a button even on your mobile phone. It's all voice commanded, right? So that's the level of less physical activity, right, I would say. And second is the food habits. So while the level of physical activity has come down drastically between the last two generations, the amount of food intake which we are having is more. And more packaged foods have started coming which are high in calories, aerated drinks, soda, all high sugary content. And even salt intake has increased. So this packaged food concept which has come up primarily in the last 20-30 years, it's now actually taking the toll. So less physical activity, the food habits have kind of changed. And last but not the least is the stress. I mean, if you look at it, even kids are getting stressed these days. I mean, in the online world, it's so hard to find anyone who is not suffering from stress. I see Saujanya madam has also joined. Good evening, and thank you folks for joining. If you're just joining the live session, I'm talking about diabetes prevention and control on this World Diabetes Day, and we're talking about what are the reasons why diabetes is becoming more prevalent. So a few reasons which I gave. And folks, you can type it in the chat box, any other reason if you see. So I was talking about stress, yeah. So stress, essentially if you look at it, stress, right? So there's nothing wrong with stress. Stress is body's natural response mechanism when we feel threatened. So let's say if you are in a jungle and a tiger comes in front of you, you need to be stressed. But the problem is if you are constantly stressed all the time, that is where the challenge comes. And you know what? When we are stressed, our body responds by increasing the glucose level in your bloodstream. Why? Because your body needs energy to fight or flight. So your blood sugar levels shoot up when you are stressed, which is a good thing if you are facing with a real danger in front of you, right? However, if you are having some imaginary fear in your mind and if you are stressed all the time, then what's happening is your blood sugar levels are always elevated. And talking about diabetes, it's all about sugar, right? It's also known as sugar disease. So that's where the challenge is, because our pancreas is not able to create enough insulin, which is the hormone needed to convert that sugar into energy for the cells. I think Binona ma'am is saying stress, sedentary lifestyle and no activity. Perfectly all right. Absolutely bang on, Binona ma'am. And sedentary lifestyle, this word sedentary. I mean, I'm in an IT profession and typically I sit for say 12 hours in a day in front of the laptop with hardly any physical activity. And if I look at the way my father lived his life and my grandfather, it was completely different. They were having so much of physical activity. So that's the first question. Second question now, what are the ill effects of diabetes? I think this is something more important, and we need to create awareness. That's the reason why this World Diabetes Day is also created, so that people become more aware. Because as we all have heard, right, prevention is better than cure. So if you can prevent diabetes and you can easily manage it, and if you are already a diabetic, you can control it. So ill effects, I think there are n number of ill effects. Sujata is also talking about sedentary lifestyle. Yes, absolutely. Shweta has also joined. Thank you, Shweta, for joining. I think she is talking about stress. Sarja Panda, my dear friend for past 20 plus years, he is talking about sedentary lifestyle. Yes, both of us are living the sedentary lifestyle. Binona ma'am has also written Okay, I think it is Banki Bill Sharma. Thank you, ma'am. Rohini is saying no exercise and bad food habits. Absolutely. Sujata is talking about no exercise. Absolutely. So coming to the ill effects of diabetes, I mean, see, if your blood sugar levels are always elevated, it has effect, ill effect on all your organs, including your kidneys, heart failure, heart attacks, cardiovascular diseases, even eyesight, vision blurring and vision loss. I mean, there are so many ill effects of diabetes if it is not controlled, if it is not managed. Consuming outside food, unsaturated fat, absolutely, Bin Sharma ma'am. And Sarja Pandey is saying it's a disorder. Yes, absolutely. It's a lifestyle disorder, I would say. So now we have seen why diabetes is so prevalent. We have seen, what are the ill effects of diabetes. So the third most important question is what can we do about it, right? I mean, knowing it is one thing. If you look at internet, it is flooded with tons of information. There's no dearth of information in today's world. Whatever I am talking is not new at all. It's already there on Google. Go search it. More important thing is what can you do about it? And if you have diabetes, or if you are a borderline case, or if you are prone to getting into the diabetes, the risk factor. So if you are, let's say, above 40 years of age, if you have sedentary lifestyle, if you have a family history of diabetes, a lot of risk factors are there. When you combine them together, and in internet you will get tons of calculators which will indicate, are you susceptible for getting into diabetes, and particularly I'm talking about type 2 diabetes. Yeah. So if you are prone to getting caught with diabetes, it's important to have a balanced lifestyle, number one. Number two, controlling the food habits. And number three, which I'll be showing you in this session, is about adopting some kind of a physical activity. It could be in a form of walking if you like walking. I know my friend Sarja, he walks every day. You could go for jogging. And if you are playing some sports such as badminton, tennis, that's also good. But one more good option is yoga. Yoga, if you look at it, it's like a complete package. Right from the pranayam, which I will be showing you, such as Kapalbhati, Bhastrika, different asanas, including Surya Namaskar. And then there are some specific asanas which I will be demonstrating it to you live. And if you have a mat, just bring it on, guys. You can do it with me. And that's also, very, very helpful. Plus, like I said, stress is one key reason, right? So in yoga, you have a lot of meditation and breathing techniques which will help you to calm down your stress. Once you calm down your stress, automatically it helps you to reduce your blood sugar levels, because as I mentioned earlier, if you're stressed, your blood sugar levels are elevated. Yeah. So that is how yoga can help you. So we are already 13 minutes into the event. What I would like to do now, guys, is show you and demonstrate you, some yogic techniques and postures. So first and foremost is the Kapalbhati. So let me talk about it and also show you. And if you like it, just give it a thumbs up on Facebook. I can see some pop-ups, and put the comment as well. If you have any questions, I will be happy to answer that as well. So coming to Kapalbhati. So for Kapalbhati, and I know the full credit goes to Baba Ramdev for making it so popular. So it can be done either sitting in Sukhasana, or if you're comfortable, you can come in Ardha Padmasana, or if you're comfortable, put both your legs together in Purna Padmasana, right? So this way your legs are basically touching the mat. Hands you can keep it in Chin Mudra, like your thumb and the index finger together. Put the hands on your knees, close your eyes, and you need to flap your belly. So you have to exhale from the nose by contracting the belly in. So that way what happens is the inhalation is automatic in Kapalbhati. There is no active inhalation. Exhalation is forceful through the nose. So what it is doing is basically you're flapping your tummy in a forceful sequence. Yeah. Let me show you. I will probably do say 30 counts, and if you have a mat, please do it. I know, thanks for watching this, but if you're able to do it sitting on the mat or even on a sofa, just do it with me. So close your eyes and let's do 30 flaps of Kapalbhati. Take a couple of deep breaths in and out. Very good. So I just done 30 flaps. In fact, you should do it for as long as you can, maybe say 5 minutes each. You can take breaks in between as well. So I would also like to demonstrate some more sequences with you, but for that we need to do a little bit of a joint rotation. So if you're comfortable, come to Vajrasana, which is the thunderbolt pose. So fold your legs behind the back, sit with your spine straight. So one benefit in Vajrasana is your spine is straight, and since your legs are folded, the entire blood circulation is happening in the abdomen region. See, each and every asana has got some scientific linkage. So in Vajrasana, that's the reason why Vajrasana is also recommended to be done post-lunch or post-dinner, after having meal. Whereas I think this is probably the only asana which you can do after having food. Why? Because after having food, your abdomen region needs more blood for digestion, right? So the blood circulation happens because your legs are tight. So sitting here, let's do a few joint rotations. So inhale, look up to the ceiling, join your palms. Exhale, come down, chin to the chest. One more time. Inhale, look up to the ceiling. Exhale, come down, chin to the chest. One more time. Inhale, look up to the ceiling. Join your palms. Exhale, come down and chin to the chest. Now inhale center and exhale to the right. Inhale center, exhale to the left. Let's do some rotations. So chin to the chest. Inhale as you go up and exhale as you come down. Inhale as you go up and exhale as you come down. Do it anti-clockwise. Inhale as you go up and exhale as you come down. Inhale as you go up and exhale as you come down and come to center. Let's do some shoulder rotations as well. So rotate your shoulders. Inhale as you open up your chest. Exhale as you join your elbows. Inhale as you open up your chest. Exhale as you join your elbows. And feel that nice joint rotation. See, these joint rotations are very, very important. In my regular yoga classes, I do these joint rotations for first 10-15 minutes because that way your joints are well rotated and you're ready for asanas and Surya Namaskaras. So do some wrist rotation, guys. Do the wrist rotations. Feel the nice rotation. Point your fingers to the ceiling. Feel that stretch in the forearm. Point them towards the floor. Point them sideways. Point them towards each other. And make a fist, tight fist. And open up your palms. And have a smile on the face, everyone. And shake your hands. Good. So let me demonstrate one round of Surya Namaskar. And I will also explain different postures. And then we'll get into some asanas which are specifically recommended for diabetes prevention and control. So coming to Surya Namaskar. So you have to come on top of the mat. Inhale, raise your arms up, arch your back, Hasta Uttanasana. Exhale, bend forward and touch your toes with your fingers without bending your knees. Padahastasana. Inhale, right leg back. Ashvasanchalana. This is the horse riding pose, which is called Ashvasanchalana. So one thing you will notice is your legs are getting stretched. Your left leg is completely stretched and your right leg is at a 90-degree, and you are getting a little bit of a compression in your abdomen, right? That's the reason why it is also very helpful for your overall physical flexibility as well as abdominal balance. Now curl your right toe, lift your right knee up, take the left leg back to Adho Mukha, downward dog pose. Inhale, come to plank, plank pose. Exhale, drop your knees, chest and chin to the ground, Ashtanga. This is the 8 limbs pose. Inhale, scoop up to Bhujang, Bhujangasana, Cobra pose. This is very good for the back pain, as well as if you see your abdomen is getting compressed because your body weight is there, right? Exhale, come back to Adho Mukha. Inhale, right leg forward, Ashvasanchalana. Exhale, left leg forward, Padahastasana. Inhale, raise your arms up, arch your back, Hastottan, and back to Namaskar. Let me also show it with the left leg and then we'll get into asanas. So inhale, raise your arms up, arch your back, Hastottanasana. Exhale, bend forward, Padahastasana. Inhale, left leg back, Ashvasanchalana. Exhale, right leg back, Adho Mukha. Inhale, come to plank. Exhale, drop your knees, chest and chin to the ground, Ashtanga. Inhale, scoop up to Bhujang. Exhale, Adho Mukha. Inhale, left leg forward, Ashvasanchalana. Exhale, right leg forward, Padahastasana. Inhale, raise your arms up, arch your back, Hastottan, and back to Namaskar. So that was one round of Surya Namaskar. I do minimum 10 rounds in my yoga classes. So I'll demonstrate some asanas. So for asanas, I'll sit down in Malasana. So this is Malasana, where your elbows are pushing your knees out and your hands are close to your chest center. And there is a reason why this pose was invented, and it's a no-brainer that it actually helps in your excretory system, right? Now gently sitting down, we'll also do Baddha Kond stretch. So joining your soles together, interlocking your fingers, bring the heels close and push your knees to the mat. See, this is the level of flexibility you need to have, where you are able to touch the knees to the mat and keeping your spine straight. Do the Tidliyasana. This is the flap, butterfly flap pose, and this is very, very helpful. As you can imagine, there is a lot of blood circulation happening in your pelvic region, which is very good for weight reduction, and weight reduction is directly linked with diabetes. If you are a diabetic or if you are pre-diabetic, it's actually recommended to lose weight. That itself helps a lot. Good. So let's see some asanas specifically, and you will notice one thing, that the asanas which I am going to demonstrate have indirectly some linkage with your abdomen. They may be putting pressure in the abdomen to activate pancreas, etc. So I'll show you Vakrasana. So sit with your spine straight, leg straight, fold your right leg, your knee should be pointing to the ceiling. Place your right hand behind the back, take your left hand up, take it over your right knee, hold your ankle and look back. This is Vakrasana. So here you will observe my leg is putting a compression on my abdomen. Yeah. Put your leg straight. Same thing in yoga, most of the asanas are complementary. So take your left hand, take it behind the back, raise your right hand, take it over your left leg and look behind. So this is very good asana from diabetes control. Other is Mandukasana. So for Mandukasana, come to Vajrasana, fold your legs behind the back, and you can put your thumb inside and curl your toes and put your fist next to your navel, right side and left side. Inhale and bend down. As you bend down, keep breathing and you will feel a nice compression in your abdomen, your kidney, your liver are getting compressed, your pancreas is getting activated. So you can hold in Mandukasana for say 30 seconds or 1 minute. So the longer you hold, the better it is. I'm just showing them like a fast forward mode, but typically you should be able to hold in these asanas for as long as 1 minute or 2 minutes as well. Yeah. Let me demonstrate a couple of more. One is Yoga Mudrasana. So again for Yoga Mudrasana, you can do it with Padmasana posture or Ardha Padmasana. And here the key is you need to interlock your hands behind the back, bend forward, and you should be able to touch your forehead to the mat or to the floor. Let me demonstrate it sideways. So you are sitting like this in Padmasana, interlocking the fingers and hand behind the back. Inhale and exhale, and as you exhale, bend forward and touch your forehead to the mat. This is also very good from the diabetes control point of view, and it actually activates your organs. I'll show you one more in the interest of time, which is Ardha Pavan Muktasana. So lying down on your back, fold your leg, interlock your fingers, keep them below the left knee, raise your chest up and touch your chin, your nose and your forehead to your knee. This is also very good for your dilation as well as activation of the pancreas. Good, so we just have 2-3 minutes left, guys, and as I promised, I will close the session by 7:30. So coming to the gift which I have, as a gratitude for you joining my this session live, or if you're watching it as a replay, I am offering you my yoga classes free for 2 weeks. 2 weeks, no charge at all. You are most welcome to contact me. You can send me a message on WhatsApp or either through Facebook Messenger, and I'll be glad to invite you in my live yoga classes for 2 weeks free of charge. And if you need any help from me, any guidance from the yoga perspective, I'm more than happy to help you on this yoga path. I see some of the questions that have come. We just have a couple of minutes, guys, so feel free to type in any questions you have or give me a feedback. How did you like this session? So if you comment some on the text box, that will be greatly appreciated. Jyoti Agrawal ma'am is saying, what type of yoga is good for diabetes? Yeah, absolutely. The asanas which we saw, right? Like Mandukasana, Vakrasana, etc. Yoga Mudrasana, they're really, really helpful. Shilpi ma'am had said it affects kidney and liver, absolutely, and heart too. Great. So any other questions, guys? Feel free to type it in the chat box or give me a feedback. How did you like this session? Do you want me to do more of such live sessions, specifically taking any topic which will be of interest to you? I'll be more than happy to spend time with you one-on-one to understand your challenges which you're going through life. Because ultimately, guys, as we all have heard, right, health is wealth. Irrespective of how much money you have in life, whatever title which you have, it's unless you have health by your side, everything goes for a toss. I think Brinman Sharma is saying wonderful explanation, sir. Info and practical demo of all asanas together makes a wonderful session. Thank you so much for joining, and I'm really wishing all of you a very healthy and a happy life. Stay happy, stay healthy, keep smiling, and I will look forward to welcoming you in more such live sessions in the future. Thank you so much, everyone. Bye bye. Om Namah Shivaya.